Good morning, MuMum here. Been AWOL for a couple of weeks, sorry. Combination of half term and being a bit poorly. But I'm back and thought this morning I would share something with you which is quite major in that MuMan and I have been exiled from the twin community. Dun dun dun. Okay, so we've been removed from one of the twin Facebook groups, but a big one. It's like 8,000 members, so it feels like we've been exiled from the whole twin community. This happened last weekend. Actually, I was exiled some time ago and actually hadn't even noticed, but last weekend MuMan was in the group. I didn't even know he was in the group, but he'd signed up and somebody asked a question about buying and selling secondhand kids clothes, and he commented saying blah 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 MuMar, and the next thing he had a message from the admin, and the next thing we know he was ejected from the group. In the midst of all of that, I went on the group to try and have a look at his post and couldn't find the group anywhere, so then discovered that I had also been removed a long time ago. Like I said, hadn't noticed, but in contacting the admin, apparently somewhere along the line I mentioned to MuMar that's not allowed because it's our business. You're not allowed to promote your own business, and so I was removed, although they couldn't tell me what I'd done. So that happened last weekend, and I just wanted to share it because I thought it was quite an interesting thing, really, when you think about the word community, and certainly in respect of what MuMan and I are trying to do with MuMar and with MuMag, the kind of community blogzine side of the website. And I have to say, it hurt a little bit. We both felt a little bit like, oh, we've been rejected from this group of other like-minded mums and dads, because they all have twins, we all have something in common, and we can't see anything in the group. The group has been completely blocked, so we can't see anything. And it all got a bit suspicious, and there was this big to-do about mentioning MuMar, and anybody that mentions MuMar from now on is going to be treated as, suspicious, and that we've paid them to do it and all this kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, what I did say to the admin who messaged me, and obviously I'm not going to name names today because that's not fair, but every group has its own rules, and that's fine. But this is one of the things I find difficult about Facebook, is that every group has its own rules. And when we first launched MuMar, I started promoting it in all the twin groups because twin mums, multiple mums, are our target audience. So I wanted to share. I was proud of MuMar, and MuMar is made for multiple mums and dads, so I wanted to share it. But very quickly all my posts have been deleted. I was getting messages from admin saying you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't advertise. So that's fine. I learned that advertising is a big no-no. And I haven't advertised MuMar. If somebody happens to say they're looking for secondhand clothes, then I will mention MuMar, and that's allowed in some groups. Apparently it's not in some. The tricky thing for me is I don't go into each individual group looking to do that. Posts pop up, as I'm sure is the case for most of you. Things pop up in my newsfeed. I flick onto Facebook and somebody's posted saying, oh, I'm looking for twin clothes, or where do I buy and sell twin clothes, whatever. I will just respond. I have to be honest and say I pay no attention to which group that person's posted in. I don't remember all the rules from all the different groups. I just don't generally post in them anymore. But if somebody else does, then I will generally respond. And the tricky thing for me is, and what I said to the admin of this particular group, is that I am a twin mum. I also own a business that is purely twin, triplet, quads, multiples related. So it's actually really hard to separate out those two. I could see if I owned an MOT garage, then that would not be relevant to any of the twin groups that I'm in. I get that. But actually for me, it's really hard when I run a business that is all about twins and multiples, and I'm excited about it, I'm passionate about it, and I believe in it. And I was always taught that if you're proud about something, then that's good, and that you should be proud of things you've achieved. So I have achieved MuMar, we have achieved MuMar, and we are proud of it, and we want to share it. And the biggest reason we want to share it is because it was made for multiple parents to use. So we want people to find it and we want people to use it. So it's really difficult to separate that out from all these multiples groups. So I did explain that, but we were not let back into the group. So yeah, that's just my thoughts for today, because you know, we want MuMar to be a community as well. And when you think about community, I actually think about what a real community is in terms of a village or a town, and what that looks like and how that works, and the kind of acceptance of people and that people are different. And actually for me, community is the reliable bit of community is the whole community working together. And you know, if somebody is doing something wrong, then I would expect the community to pick up on that and report that to the leaders or whatever, not just one person kind of policing it all. So it's just been interesting, because we have been thinking about setting up our own MuMar community page that kind of coincides with MuMag. We've got other ideas of things to do as well, and so it was just quite an eye-opener as to maybe how we need to go about doing that, and what that should and shouldn't be. So that was my musing for today. I thought I'd share that with you. Thankfully, I'm not feeling quite so rejected now. I've got over it a little bit, and moving on. So there we go. That's my musing for today. And I guess the moral of today's story is, please share for me, because I'm not allowed to. So if you are a multiple parent, a parent of multiples rather, if you know parents of multiples, then please, please, please share MuMar with them, because we can't in some places. We know people are out there, we know people are struggling to buy and sell their twins and triplets and quad stuff, and we want MuMar to help them. So please share on our behalf. Share my vlogs, share our page, share the website, whatever, give us a like, whatever that may be. Please help, and we will get bigger and we will get better, and hopefully we'll be able to create a community that is great. So that's it. Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.